We start with the Four Great Bodhisattva Vows. Sentient beings are numberless. We vow to help them all. Delusions are countless. We vow to see through them all. Opportunities to awaken are infinite. We vow to embrace them all. The Buddha way is endless. We vow to embody it. So we will start with our customary 15 minutes of seated meditation. We recite the Gatha on opening the sutras. This Dharma, incomparably profound and minutely subtle, is rarely encountered, even in hundreds of thousands of millions of ages. Now we see it, hear it, hold and maintain it. May we completely realize the true mind of all Buddhas. Well, hello. Hello, once again. It's good to see you. I want to preface everything by saying there will be no Interdependence Day puns tonight. Let me just get that right off the top. I know, Robert, you're very disappointed. I'm sorry. What do you want to be when you grew up? Parent? Thespian? Foreign service officer? Manager of a company? Firefighter? Cowboy? When you're a kid, it's all open. Now, I could go down the road of how all too often we identify ourselves in terms of the job we have, and I won't, at least for now. I could go down the road of right livelihood, but I won't. The point in asking what you want to be when you grow up is when you're starting out as a kid, the baseline is vast openness. You could be a cowboy. You could be a dentist. You could be a foreign service officer. No reason not to. There's no predestination involved. As time goes by, there'll be some causes and conditions that will have an effect on what career one might find oneself in. But the base is vast emptiness, vast evenness, vast openness. As the saying goes, the possibilities are endless. Now, as time goes on, of course, we grow up and we're students, and then we do other things that people pay us for, and we can self-identify in terms of those things. I'm an engineer. You're a lawyer. And think that these identities that we impose upon ourselves have any sort of meaning. One mistake is the reification in the self that does, and the other mistake is that it neglects the impermanence that careers seem to have. If you've ever been fired or laid off, you are well aware how impermanent employment can be. One day you might go to work thinking you're an engineer, they fire you, and then you're no longer an engineer. And instead of having that reference point of engineer, you're no longer an engineer. Once again, the baseline kicks in. Vast openness, possibilities everywhere. Here's a little something from the Platform Sutra. Addressing the assembly one day, the patriarch said, "I have an article which has no head, No name or appellation, no front and no back. Do any of you know it? Stepping out from the crowd, Shenhui replied, It's the source of all Buddhas, and the Buddha nature of Shenhui. Huineng retorted with, I have told you already that it is without name and appellation, and yet you call it source of all Buddhas and Buddha nature, reproved the patriarch. Even if you confine yourself in a mat shed for further study, you will be a Chan scholar of second-hand knowledge. That is, knowledge only from books and from verbal authority as opposed to experience and intuition. Something from Dahui. The Tathagata's palace is boundless. Naturally, those who are awakened are within it. This is the gate of great liberation. No gain or loss, no silence or speech, no coming or going. It is so in every atom of dust, every land, every moment, in all phenomena. The Tathagata's palace is boundless. Boundless. Like when you're a little kid and you can be any number of things when you grow up. Boundlessness. No restrictions. No fences, no walls. No separation between me and you, me and the rest of the universe. Boundlessness. Talk about Buddha nature in there. And quite often, that's the kind of thing that, like Shenhui, we decide to call it Buddha nature and give it that name, and that's pretty much as far as it goes. It's an intellectual concept rather than a state. An essence, if you like. Some people don't like the word essence. I have no problem with it. So, the essence of Buddha nature. Although, as Huineng tells us, it's got no name, it's got no appellation, so don't get caught up in it. Don't get caught up in the concept of Buddha nature. The Tathagata's palace is boundless. Naturally, those who are awakened are within it. Birds and dogs and all other beings in the animal realm. They do bird things, they do dog things, they don't think about it, they don't put names on it. They have birdie nature, they have doggy nature. They just do what birds and dogs do. They have no choice. It's not like they would even want one. It's not like it's even a possibility. Birds do bird stuff, dogs do dog stuff, and that's just the way it is. In the human realm, however, we have no such limitations. And of the 6 realms, Devas, Asuras, humans, animals, hungry ghosts, and hell beings, humans, the one we're in right now, this is the realm from which we can awaken. Dogs ain't gonna wake up. Hell beings ain't gonna wake up. Even devas and asuras, not happening. We have the capacity. We have the essence of awakening within us. That's our baseline. That's our boundlessness. That's the lack of hindrance, walls, fences. They're not there. In the reality of the situation, boundlessness. Now, on the other hand, you do not necessarily have thespian nature. You don't necessarily have architect nature. These are all just things that we, attach to. It's totally superfluous. What we do have, though, as the birds do bird stuff, and dogs do dog stuff, and even architects do architect stuff, and thespians act, and all that. All those things that we as humans find ourselves doing are just ways to occupy our time. It's not a reflection of anything other than an illusion. There's just so many layers of illusion. It's I think I am, and name, career, all those things. Total dreams. No reality in it whatsoever. But as you've heard me mention once or twice before, since our baseline is this boundlessness, this vast openness, and as Dawei says, the Tathagata's palace is boundless. Naturally, those who awaken are within it. If we want to be Buddhas, we do what Buddhas do. Just like if we want to be an architect, we're going to do architect stuff. If we want to be a Buddha, an awakened being, we do awakened stuff. And that's our true nature. Not any of this other stuff that we pile on top of ourselves thinking that, it makes sense. If you want to be a Buddha, do Buddha. There is no reason that's preventing you from doing that. It's all wide open. Being Buddha, very easy. Okay, so we'll go back to another 15-minute period of seated meditation. We'll chant the Heart Sutra. Mahaprajna Paramita Hridaya Sutra Avalokiteshvara Bodhisattva, when practicing deeply the Prajna Paramita, perceives that all five skandhas are empty and is safe from all suffering and distress. Shariputra, form does not differ from emptiness. Emptiness does not differ from form. That which is form is emptiness. That which is emptiness, form. The same is true of feelings, perceptions, impulses, consciousness. Shariputra, all dharmas are marked with emptiness. They do not appear or disappear, are not tainted or pure, do not increase or decrease. Therefore in emptiness, no form, no feelings, perceptions, impulses, consciousness, no eyes, no ears, no nose, no tongue, no body, no mind, no color, no sound, no smell, no taste, no touch, no object of mind, no realm of eyes, and so forth, until no realm of mind consciousness, no ignorance, and also no extinction of it, and so forth, until no old age and death, and also no extinction of it, no suffering, no origination, no stopping, no path, no cognition, also no attainment, with nothing to attain. The Bodhisattva depends on Prajnaparamita, and the mind is no hindrance. Without any hindrance, no fears exist. Far apart from every perverted view, one dwells in nirvana. In the three worlds, all Buddhas depend on Prajnaparamita and attain Anuttara Samyak Sambodhi. Therefore know that Prajnaparamita is the great transcendent mantra, is the great bright mantra, is the utmost mantra, is the supreme mantra, which is able to relieve all suffering and is true, not false. So proclaim the Prajnaparamita mantra. Proclaim the mantra which says Gate Gate Para Gate Parasam Gate Bodhi Swaha. Gate Gate Para Gate Parasam Gate Bodhi Swaha. Gate Gate Para Gate Parasam Gate Bodhi Swaha. And move on and do our personal dedications of merit. I have a couple of names, and I will leave some space for you. In fact, maybe I'll call on somebody to start with tonight. All sentient beings are one seamless body and pass quickly from birth to death. We remember those who cared for us and are gone, those who are ill, those who are at war, who are hungry, and who are in pain. May they heal and have peace. We especially dedicate our service to Minwei,
Laura Cray, and Lily Cray.
Robert, anyone?
Mystery the cat.
Hangdal,
Cisco and Amy.
Mike Gingywood, Perry, and Agnes Gartland. All beings in the 10 directions subject to the greed, hatred, and delusions of themselves and others. All Buddhas throughout space and time, all honored ones, Bodhisattva, Mahasattvas, wisdom beyond wisdom, Maha Prajna Paramita. And we'll recite our faith and practice vow. I will never retreat and will be firm in my mind in this correct Dharma. I will escape from the samsaric cycle of birth and death and definitely will see my original face. I will be sure to inherit the life of insight of the Buddha and save all sentient beings. Engdahl.
Infinite realms of light and dark convey the Buddha mind. Birds and trees and stars and we ourselves come forth in perfect harmony. We practice and recite this for all beings, in grateful thanks to our many guides along the way.
Life and death are of supreme importance. Time passes swiftly by and opportunities to awaken are easily lost. Strive to realize your true nature. Do not squander your time by night or day.